And then what then we'll talk Lex current events, book current events, book.
Y'all
You
can
can tell
share
me
it. It's
whatever.
streaming now, so y'all can share it.
Oh
I'll
shoot.
share it around to my places.
Bet. Book, cheers.
Oh, cheers. Hey, pregame shot. Y'all know how we do. We unfiltered.
I'm gonna watch it now. But I just gotta know like I'm calling this.
You're cute. Yeah, Bobby.
Oh shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to FaceTime you. My bad.
Bobby, that was Sandra calling you. That nonprofit. Save
My
it.
bad. I was FaceTiming
Just,
you, Bobby.
just
My
save it,
bad.
Bobby. Just save it. Yeah, I'm sharing it right now.
I guess whenever you say like what
What
happened so.
Yeah.
Okay. I go in the room because it's loud here.
Yeah, tell him turn that TV down, please. Turn that TV down, please.
Yo, what's good, y'all? We see y'all logging in. That's what's up. We in the building.
Yeah, right. You know Rachel done hopped on first, but
Yeah, you already know.
hey, shout out Orange Mountain Designs too. I need a new one though. I'm gonna re-up though. I'm gonna
I
re-up.
need some orange. Man, just give me Terry number. Let me call because you dropping the ball, bro.
All right, you right. I'm sorry.
I ain't get my halves in. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to order from
Yeah.
Nike.com. They bust heads. I'm trying to support. You feel me?
Big facts.
Support.
All right, Boog, man, you ready?
You know, I stay ready. You know, when you come ready, you ain't gotta get ready. You feel me?
Big facts. All right, y'all. So welcome back, y'all, to the Collective Unfiltered podcast with myself, Alexis Hornbuckle, and Jaimel Johnson. Boog, say what up to the people.
What up, Jay Boogie in the building, Mizzle? You know, whatever y'all call me, Jay, Mel, Jamel, whichever. This is another beautiful Monday. No, we what happened?
Nothing happened. You tripping?
Oh, well, I heard you and it cut out. Anyway, no, I'm we back, yo. You know, we took a week, we back in the building.
Yep. Episode 37. Definitely big shout out to our sponsors, Orange Mountain Designs, Hound Dogs in Knoxville, Tennessee Tap House, Just Pass It Tutoring, the Gold Standard Performance Training, also Alexis Hornbuckle Basketball. And for those who don't know, if this is your first time listening into this podcast, we have built this podcast, The Collective Unfiltered, off 4 pillars: athletes, business, finance, and equality. So if you are any of those, if you fit that and you can give back and you can actually add value to other people's lives, hit us up, let us know. Let's see if you qualify to be a guest on the show. But today we got current events, book, and today is a big day in Georgia. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you start out.
Man, what? You already know I'm hype. I didn't go vote today because I felt like the lines were a little crazy. But nah, man, early voting started for basically, I mean, it's kind of like the fate of Congress sits in the hands of Georgia, in which we did turn this state blue after what, like 30 years, something like that. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. There's been a lot. I mean, honestly, like, you know, in most states, you know, you were getting the text messages and the phone calls about voting and this and that. And it was kind of like, oh my gosh, will y'all please stop blowing my phone up? Anybody in Georgia that can vote in Georgia, man, it's been nonstop. I get 3 to 4 text messages a day and probably like 5 to 7 phone calls a day about voting in this runoff election for Georgia, because I mean, literally, like, it determines a lot, a lot. So it's just like, even when we turn on the radio, I listen to the radio my early when I have my early morning session. I listen to the radio, and literally, like, every 2 seconds, it's an ad or something. It's like you like, oh man, it's really dope that they're really trying to push the importance of this vote. But it's like, yeah, damn, I'm registered. Like, I know y'all can see I'm registered. I know you know.
All they look at is the party though, and they send all the messages out to anybody that is registered
It'd be
at that
crazy.
party.
And then the stuff like the amount of mail that I received from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, like literally it was like little postcards. There was some 8.5 by 11 joints like came in the mail like every week. I was just like, oh my goodness. Like I voted already. Look, like I got, that I have checked in.
Absolutely.
Nah, but honestly, like it's huge right now. There have been people on the corners of signs, go vote. And historically, not as many people vote in runoffs as they do the primaries. But this one is just, for me, this has been the most I guess relevant and present runoff that I feel like I've been a part of when it comes to voting. Just, I don't think we've ever been, I don't think I probably have to do some research, but as an adult that's been able to vote, I really don't think I've ever like faced this much around an election in terms of actually using your voice and going to vote. Like really, really, really pushing that. And it's sad that you had to have some craziness happen in the White House and in this country over the last 4 years for people to actually feel like their vote matters. Like people are really like, yo, my shit really mattered this year. Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's my long-winded response to what's going on in Georgia right now, surrounding the runoff with Reverend Ralph Warnock and John Ossoff. So I didn't mention the others because
there's no point.
Warnock and Ossoff, we need them in those seats, boy.
It's important. Go vote, register, ask questions, ask people around you. Hit us up at the on the volunteerroadshow.com at the collective Unfiltered, and shoot, we'll help you figure it out. Boogie's in Atlanta, Georgia, so she knows she's there, her family's there, so it's let's get this done, people. Let's just make this thing a little more equal, a lot more fair, and let's get some equality and some good people that are for the people in the offices.
And obviously, us being sports fans, sports people, State Farm Arena, Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Dream. Early voting is there for the first half of early voting. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta United, Atlanta Falcons, they're open for the second half of early voting. So, like, there should be no excuse for anybody in Fulton County, the city of Atlanta. There should be no excuse for not being able to vote or feeling like lines are too long. During the primaries, State Farm Arena's average waiting time was like 20, 25 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
And that's at the highest. There were some mornings I was driving to work and I'm talking at like 7:30 a.m. They're like, yo, wait time 10 minutes. Come to State Farm. You can park in the CNN parking lot for you get an hour free or something like that. Like, it was crazy. So it's just like, yo, like, it's right here. Get out and vote. It's not that hard.
Absolutely. Hey, Bobby, we got anything? I know most people, Amanda Bashir said, what's up, ladies? How are you? Preston asked about the men's game. That's actually tomorrow, but Amanda took care of that. What we got on YouTube?
We got an Alabama fan, watches this pretty regular, said, what's up, ladies? Dwayne RTR. And he is ready for the SEC championship game against the Florida Gators. Did y'all see how Florida lost that game Saturday? Did y'all hear about that?
I had basketball trials all week.
Oh, man. Florida had that game won. LSU, it was tied up, okay? Tied up. LSU went for it on fourth down, I think. I don't remember exactly how it happened. It was like 4th and a mile. Florida stops them. Dead in the track. It's going to be turnover on downs. The Florida defensive player got mad at the LSU player, takes his shoe off and slings it down the field. Florida gets flagged. LSU gets a first down, and they go down and kick the field goal and win the game.
Idiot.
I'm fighting my teammate on spot. As soon as the game is over and we in the locker room, I'm fighting.
And then did you hear Georgia is done for the season? You see that?
COVID?
Yeah.
Now, when I say from
They
probably
canceled,
Thursday to today.
I'll give you the exact what they said. Come on, where's my
Hey,
ESPN?
while she's thinking, if y'all know any young girls grades 3 through 11 that are looking for a place to learn the game of basketball, play the game of basketball, please have them reach out to me or anybody at FBC Rain in North Carolina. Thank you.
I'm trying to see, like, they canceled the game, so they were gonna reschedule a game, and then they ended up saying, you know what, we about to cancel. Georgia's done. Georgia's season is over.
So they're not going to play a bowl game, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they were saying.
Because they don't have any more games left in the season because Florida's going to the championship game. Now, had they beat Florida, they would have one more game, and I bet you they would play.
Sorry, I'm like multitasking right now.
Oh yeah, the Vandy Georgia game. Second time in 10 days, Georgia's scheduled game against Vandy been called off because Commodores couldn't meet roster and position requirements. Georgia is number 9 ranked right now, and they were scheduled to play on Saturday. It'll be declared a no contest. They're trying to find a replacement, but due to COVID, blah 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 blah.
Well, I know when I was talking to Maria yesterday, and I seen somebody mention this in the Facebook comments. I was showing her how to do the OBS and the production, and she says, I just got a text that the game was canceled, and I know they're doing a shoot around right now. They must be texting me wrong. And evidently it was right that the game, they went all the way out to Texas to have to turn around and come back. What happened exactly?
Tested positive.
Yeah, Rachel just said our game yesterday canceled in Texas because of COVID. I can't believe they didn't tell Kelly before we left.
To be honest, they probably tested their players like that morning, and they found out and then try to hurry up and let everybody else know. But number one, that was a big game that was televised, so they had to get that schedule handled first, and then people close like Maria get to know it, and then it gets out to the public. Yep. So I'm sure I will. I'm pretty sure that Kelly probably knew. She was probably one of the first people to know. But unfortunately, it probably didn't happen until
we was going to win anyway, so they should give us the victory.
I think we should just talk about that.
You know, hey, and you know, this is always a crazy game for me because, you know, I worked in Texas for 4 years, built a lot of relationships. Obviously, I have players that play professionally. Obviously, met with, you know, got close with everybody in the athletic department, especially on the women's side. So it's always crazy for me because me and Lex actually went to the Texas-Tennessee game when she came to Austin. And it's crazy for me because it's like people are always like, oh, who'd you cheer for? I'm like, yo, Texas paid the bills for 4 years, but yo, I bleed orange all day, every day. Let's go. That construction cone orange, not the burnt orange.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you're in Austin, you don't deserve a de facto win. Because if you draw up the roads the way they do in Austin, it takes you forever to get through Austin. Anytime between, I don't know, midnight and 4 a.m. And then
but listen, it's like the numbers. Oh, shoot. Somebody from Texas is probably listening, and I might get this wrong because it's been a minute. What is it? The number streets run north and south, and the rivers run east and west.
I don't know about all that. I know that every time I say, well, I'm going to take the upper level this time because last time the lower level had a backup.
You talking about the highway.
And then I got, dang, I should have taken the lower level. And every time I take the wrong level.
Yeah, it does have access roads. It has access roads all the way through the city.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you don't know which one to take, you go, and you be looking at your street as you passing over top of it. You like, damn, I was supposed to get off on 7th. And then you got to get off on the next one, make the U-turn, turn again on the access road. Yeah, that's it's not Knox Vegas. You know, you get off and then boom, you just in Knoxville.
And it's traffic. It's backed up from 20 miles north to 20 miles south every day.
Yeah, right through downtown, traffic is.
I never drove. Hey, once I got to Austin, I rode with Boog everywhere. Unless I had to go somewhere, my street was at work.
I never took the highway unless it was.
Yeah.
Tell me something. Y'all live there. Is the nightlife like what they say it is? They say there's great music in Austin. Austin city limits. Have you ever been to anything? I've always wanted to go do that.
Bobby, when I tell you Austin nightlife is the truth, like it is 1000% can live up to the reputation. And not ACL, not Austin City Limits. I'm talking about South by Southwest. I have never experienced live music. When they
Wow.
say Austin is the live music capital of the world, they are not lying. It is the truth. That's one thing I can say about Austin. And it's like I was telling Lex one time when I was living there, I was like, it's crazy that I never looked at Texas. In Texas, during my 4 years at Tennessee, was a powerhouse. You know, I know some girls that played there. And it's crazy because Texas was never even on my radar because really they can recruit within the state and be national contenders. So I understand why would they look at a kid in Ohio. So, and the percentage of kids that come from out of state to go there is very, very small. And it's very tough to get into academically. But man, had you put me and Alexis Hornbuckle in that environment in Texas, Bobby, we would not be sitting here today. I'm telling you that much. That is 100% facts. Like, even though our time in Tennessee is unmatched,
oh yeah,
I'm telling you, coupled with Austin and literally the university being sitting in downtown Austin.
Well, it's rumored. This is just a rumor. I don't know if it's true. But Toby Keith wrote a song, I'm Never Smoking Weed with Willie Again. They said it was written down there in Austin.
I believe it.
I think we need to look that up.
South by Southwest, Bobby, South by Southwest, I'm telling you, you're walking down the street. They block off all of downtown. It's probably like a 10-block radius on every side. You're walking downtown. You're walking past Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose. You're seeing Usher. You're seeing Justin Bieber. You're seeing all. You're just like, you walk past Wiz Khalifa and he has a whole blunt in his hand.
And if I went down there, you'd be walking by Catfish.
I'm speaking facts.
Hey, did you hear him? Did you hear him?
What is that?
Say it again.
I said, if I went down there, you'd be walking by Catfish.
Big facts, Bobby. But literally, I mean, and I'm saying this because there's actually footage of it. They're wearing matching outfits, him and Amber Rose. But like, you're literally walking past people are just, you're going into on a normal day or random bars, you know, a couple people, they got good drinks. You walk in there and Justin Bieber's on the stage.
Wow.
And Macklemore and Ryan got their start there. Lady Gaga got their big start there. And it's just, you're sitting there and you're like, is that Justin Bieber?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's 1:30 in the afternoon. And the drinks are free. That's another thing about South by. You go in places, you show your wristband for South by, it's free. You like the first time I went, I was like, this ain't real life. Like, all I gotta do is tip you.
Right.
Hey, let me throw you this 25 real quick. Can you give me for the rest of the night?
Oh, and that's really like 2 drinks if you had to pay for your drinks, yo.
The big facts. Yo, we got some action on Facebook. Rachel and Preston, they still going at it in a good way. But Rachel said Tennessee is the true orange and only one. You damn skippy, Rachel. And Preston replied and said, me either. That wasn't even nice.
Yeah, we try to keep up with y'all as y'all see.
She said, can't believe they didn't tell Kelly before we left. He said, me either. That wasn't even nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Corona nice to anybody. We're just gonna leave it at that.
Big facts.
We're gonna blame it on the Rona.
So obviously, I know Lex and Maria was looking forward to that game.
All right, I was ready.
Right, but men's basketball, what we looking like over there, Lex? You kept up with
Well, I did watch their first game. I had to go back and watch it. I didn't watch it while I played, but thank God for ESPN Plus. Um, facts. I don't miss any game. So
Miss anything.
yeah, and it looked like a team that it was their first game out of quarantine. They played well enough to win. I don't think we've seen what their true like capacity and their true potential are going to be. I think we're okay though. To be honest, I'm excited for the men's side. Um,
Yeah.
but it's going to take another game or two or maybe even three before we really see their personality, their identity, and who the Tennessee volunteer men's basketball team, who they are, and what are they going to be known for. I think that's going to take at least 4 games, 5 games into it. And they're playing teams that have already played 3, 4, 5 games. And that was their first, and then they have a game Tuesday. I'm not sure if it was canceled or not.
Right. And I
Um,
think we ranked in the top 10 right now? What are we?
yes,
Are we
We
yes.
were
7,
about
8?
12 at one point. I don't know if we've moved up any.
Hold on, let me look. Let me
I
look.
thought we moved up after that win.
I thought we were up too, but let me double check real quick. Um, but yeah, like I agree. Like I mean, I think I'm a fan of obviously once again working at Texas, working at Tennessee. I think Rick Barnes is a great coach. Obviously, he was at Texas for years, but I certainly think he's a great coach, and we're certainly headed in the right direction. Um,
They play App State tomorrow. Is that home or away, Amanda? And we're currently ranked number 10. But
oh, okay,
is that
because we were well. I don't know what poll it was. Somebody posted somewhere. Um,
AP pool?
yeah, well, I don't know if it was the AP poll. That's the only one I really go by, but I know it had us a little bit higher. But I know we're sitting at in the southeast altogether. We're sitting in 1, 2, 3, 4. We're sitting in fifth, but they do have us ranked as 10th. So,
Yeah, 10th overall. It's a home game tomorrow. So we'll be able to see.
but in the east, who's uh I think Georgia's ahead of us in the East simply because they play more games. They're five
They
and 0.
haven't really played. That's what I'm not. The
Yeah,
rank,
that's what I say. Like
yeah.
based on games played, we're sitting behind Georgia. So they're 5-0. We're 2-0. So
Okay.
so
Yeah, no, that
work
makes sense.
on the hardwood.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna catch them tomorrow because I can. Uh, I can actually watch it live and not have to go back and watch it. Because normally, if I don't watch it live, I'm already looking at the stats and what you know the post game media, and then I have to go back and watch the game, and I feel like I'm watching it biasly. So I kind of like to watch it live.
Yeah, I feel
But
you.
yeah, but all right, y'all. We're gonna move on a little bit from Tennessee sports. That's just something that's inevitable. It's always gonna be some part of the show because we bleed orange. LVFL, MVFLs for life. So, but most importantly, y'all know COVID numbers are rising. Correct. I hope y'all know that. And it's flu season. It's winter. This is when more colds, more sicknesses, more illnesses arise. So, how do we stay safe? What are the good things to do? How do we be smart about this? How can we do our part and trying to get through this pandemic? Because nobody wants a pandemic to last for years. Like, come on, y'all, let's do what we need to do. But we're gonna have a special call, Bug. You want to tell us who that caller is that's calling
Yeah,
in?
my baby. No, well, not just playing, but yes, my baby, Brianna Robinson. She's been on the call before or on the show before. I'm sorry, but she works in the field and she's a lab technician for a company here in Atlanta. And obviously, everybody's seen the news and so on and so forth, and where they've approved the Pfizer vaccine for COVID-19, and they've actually already started shipping it out of the facility in Michigan. But she's right there, and she's dealing with it. Obviously, being a lab researcher, it comes across her desk more often than not now because that's the priority. So she's going to give us more of a scientific medical perspective on kind of the COVID-19 vaccine. Bree, you on the line?
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the introduction.
Say it again.
Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate, you guys reaching out and, having me on here. Again, my name is Brianna Robinson, and I've been working in labs for about 7 years, and being in the midst of a pandemic is absolutely crazy. It is ridiculous. Like, what a time we live in right now. And I have always been a really big advocate for vaccines, not just because it's required by everywhere that I've ever worked, but because it really does save lives. And in terms of COVID-19, there are several different types of vaccines in development right now. And the goal for each of them is to teach our immune systems how to recognize and fight the virus that, causes polio or influenza or COVID-19. And sometimes this process can cause symptoms such as fever. And these symptoms are normal and they're temporary. And truth be told, they are a good sign that you are having symptoms, because that means that your body is building immunity. And so vaccines that are currently in clinical trial right now in the United States, they won't cause you to test positive on a viral test. And a viral test pretty much means that you're contagious, that you have coronavirus. It is affecting your immune system. You can infect your loved ones. And none of the vaccines will ever, I would say there's probably like a 0.001% chance that you would ever get coronavirus from a vaccine. And so if your body develops an immune response, which is the goal of any vaccination, there's a possibility that you might test positive on an antibody test. And the antibody test indicates that you either, one, had a previous infection, or two, you have a level of protection against the virus. And so for the people that have already had coronavirus, they would test negative on a viral test, but they might test positive for an antibody test, just like any of us test positive on an antibody test for the flu or for polio, because in order for us to go to, I believe it's elementary school, we have to have a polio vaccine. We have to have a flu vaccine. So you would test positive for the antigens and negative for the viral test. And I guess lastly, at this time, experts do not know how long someone is protected from getting sick again after recovering from COVID-19. The immunity someone gains from having an infection, which is called natural immunity, varies from person to person. And some early evidence suggests natural immunity may not last very long, and we won't really know because we are still in the midst of this pandemic. So a lot of the data is very new. And as always, I feel like I have to give a disclaimer, like this is very new, for everyone, for doctors and scientists and, like me in my field as a microbiologist, like it is all very new to everyone. And so I would say, look at and listen to scientists, the World Health Organization, the CDC, listen to what they have to say about social distancing, listen to what they say about, taking the vaccine, because it is safe, and it will save lives, and it will bring us back to a reality that we had before of being able to go outside and not, fear for our lives or our loved ones. And So that's all I have to say.
Yo, that's awesome. I got a question though. So you're saying definitely people should take this first vaccine that's out?
I do. I do believe that people should take this first vaccine. And I also, I want to just briefly explain because I keep seeing, okay, so you know how when you turn on the TV and you see like a commercial on a drug and it will give you a whole bunch of disclaimers like this could cause like I don't know heart attack or stroke or whatever like what I don't know like whatever the drug is that's on the commercial like it'll give you all these disclaimers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so those typically happen. The reason why they have to tell you that is because it happens in the clinical trials. And so you have 3 phases to a clinical trial. And, people can come into this clinical trial and, they may already have some kind of heart condition. They don't necessarily have to tell you that they have that heart condition. But with this drug that could literally be it could be curing asthma or something, because they had a reaction to it and it could be because they had a heart condition, they still have to tell you on that commercial if it's in phase 3 of testing. And so like I keep hearing all of these side effects and yes, a lot of things do cause you side effects, especially when you're talking about, like a virus, in a vaccine that is supposed to be, helping your body build immunity to that virus, because that's just the immune response. But a lot of these really adverse chronic side effects may be just because of anomalies. And I've done maybe about 2 years of clinical trials. And, like I've ran across patients that, in the last week of, they've collected their checks and they finally tell you that, they actually have like a back problem and they were having pain. And right. I've had to document this for a year or two. And you're like, okay, thanks for telling me now. I just don't want people to be afraid of it. And, like just think about your family, think about yourself, think about your children if you have them, or the people that you love with pre-existing conditions. I do believe that this vaccine and even the ones that are to come, like I do think that they're safe. So I would say, yes, definitely go get it. And I'm very long-winded about science. So this, y'all can just like cut me off, like let's stop.
Nah, you good.
It's very rare that you hear from people. I mean, obviously you hear people on the news, but to hear from someone that's actually in the midst of it, doing the research, doing the labs, like it's different. Like you're just a regular citizen. You're not a CDC worker or anything like that. You're somebody who works in the field that does the groundwork for things like that. And honestly, y'all, I'm now 34 years old, going on 21. But honestly, until I met Bree, in my 33 and a half years of life, I was like, yo, I ain't taking the motherfucking flu shot. Sorry. I'll say it. Sorry for my language. We unfiltered. Anyway, I ain't never took a flu shot a day in my life because my daddy was like, nah, they're not about to put that virus in me and for me to get sick. But I talked to her and, she's like, yo, like, that was 20 years ago, where they were taking the virus and putting it back into you, trying to create, a kind of like a wall against the virus. Medicine has changed a lot. This flu shot's not gonna make your ass sick. So I was like, oh, really? Because my mom's like, girl, get the flu shot this year. You need it this year. And my daddy's like, nah, don't do it, don't do it. And I'm like, Daddy, you don't know nothing about science. Let me get this flu shot. And honestly, like I'm fine. Like it really does. Like it's not like it was 20 years ago. Like I thought, like I'm gonna get the flu if I take the flu shot.
Hey, Book, I love you. I just want to tell you that, and just know I love you. So I'm
I
not
know
taking.
because you about to. I already know you about to come with a rebuttal.
Yeah,
And
hey,
And
listen, I get it. I get it from the medical side, but in my head, I'm like, yo, this syphilis all over again. Especially when they like, oh, black people, Black America definitely need it. Like, man, listen, y'all already got us once, and y'all was even injecting soldiers with syphilis, the people that fought for you. So yeah, I'm a little
well, it was
hesitant.
actually farm croppers, sharecroppers, and it was people that were
Also
working in
soldiers,
farms in Mississippi and
also soldiers,
yeah,
though.
and like and honestly like low key from my perspective, even being from the South, like even when I learned about that when I was what 12 or 13, like it really really did hurt me. But that is completely different, like and I'm not saying that that people of color are always um put first and are not stigmatized when they go into the hospital, and because that is completely true. And like there is a lot of bias, there is a lot of hidden bias and unconscious bias in a lot of these doctors. And I feel like, and I see that it has led to misdiagnosis in a lot of people of color. And I completely get that, Lex. Like, I get exactly what you're saying because I get very sensitive and I get very passionate, especially, like I've had plenty of people in my family that, like they could have been living today if they were diagnosed correctly by their physicians. And so, but medicine does work, and these vaccines do work. And I wouldn't, and I wouldn't be in medicine if I didn't believe that and if I didn't see that for the past like 10 years. So, like, and I also want to clarify too, most vaccines are inactivating and almost denaturing the actual virus. So it should not cause any kind of side effects. You're not going to get COVID-19. Like I would hear people saying like, "Oh, I got the flu." No, you didn't. Like, like no, you didn't. Like it really,
But you get
it
symptoms
really,
though, no?
it's almost impossible for that to happen.
But you develop symptoms. You don't necessarily get the virus in its whole entirety, but you do develop symptoms from it. Or is that incorrect as well?
And so the symptoms, like I said before, the symptoms is your body developing an immunity so that you don't get it. Like the fever. Like if you get a fever, what it is your macrophages and your lymphocytes and your killer T cells. They're just overworking. They're overworking. They're trying to destroy this virus, trying to figure it out. And even though it's not active in your body,
Looks like we lost him.
hey, man, you got cut off. He said,
I gotta say something. She must not have watched The Walking Dead. That started down there in Atlanta from the CDC. That zombie virus. There wasn't no symptoms. There wasn't no immune. I ain't buying that. I want to know. I wouldn't want to live in Atlanta.
Maria said, "Bring on the vaccine, Alexis. I'll go with you to get it." No, I'll take you to get it. But
That's what happened. That's what happened in Walking Dead.
Look, boom, broom, broom, Ron Slate. All elderly should take it. If you are active, I say do not take it.
All right, big bro. I appreciate you, Slay. And Maria, I'm gonna drive you there. I'm gonna drive you there.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. But you know, she
Yeah.
comes from science, bro. Like,
Yeah, she definitely coming from science, and that's why I respect what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, and I think we used to have to take the flu vaccine in college because it was mandatory.
I
You know,
ran. Dr. Morgan never caught my ass or off. I ran.
the last time I didn't do it my senior year, but I did it my junior year, and that's where the symptoms came in, and I was muscle soreness, fever. Like I felt like I had the flu, but I know it was symptoms of the flu. So huh?
No, I feel you, bro. I
Oh
feel you.
yeah, and I just like, and I haven't taken a vaccine since then.
Right, and that was a while ago. We're not
Which
gonna say when. No, I'm just saying I was the same way. But that was the last time I ran for. Like I literally, like I said, today was the first. Like this is the first time I was taking the flu shot in my entire life, and I ain't been sick.
yeah,
So
Ron, hey, Slay said he was like you, but he ain't take it. I guess I'm a dumbass. They said you got to do it. I did it.
nah, no, we're not saying you gotta do it, but I'm just saying like a
I'm saying
lot.
college.
Oh yeah, and like, but a lot has changed in 10 years of medicine. You know what I mean? Like they're researching literally every second of every day. So, um, Ron said took it 3 times overseas, got the flu every single time. But he said I never took it in college. Um, and then Maria said that was your body being a beast and developing immunity, bug beast. Maria, stop buttering her head up. Don't do that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
Nah,
fact.
but Bree right here, she gonna finish her sentence, and then we got another special guest on the line calling in.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Bree, when you do wrap up your sentence, just for time's sake, can you kind of bridge into the importance of eating right and trying to stay healthy during this time as well?
Oh, sure, absolutely. That my phone
Now, Bree,
died.
I ain't said take over the whole segment. I said Bridget. Yo, Bridget. Okay. The next guest will talk about that.
Yes. So, okay, so very quickly. Like I want like everybody to think about what happens when you get sick in general. When you get sick in general, maybe your throat is sore, maybe you're sweating a little bit more, you're getting a little bit hot. You may get a fever because you're hot. Um and you may get body aches because of the deplenishment of oxygen. But really, what's happening anytime you get sick is your body is fighting off something. And so, what any vaccine is doing is introducing in an inactivated form, completely inactivated, a any some kind of virus, such as, for instance, we were talking about the flu, influenza. They're introducing the antigens of that into your body so that you'll be able to recognize it once you come in contact with it, or if you come in contact with someone with the flu, and your body will instantly say, oh, nope. Like I already know this is not good for me. I don't need this. I don't need this in my life. So I guess to wrap up, ways to keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself, being able to fight off these viruses and these bacterias and, all of these foreign invaders in our bodies and things like that. Make sure that you're eating right. Make sure that you're taking elderberry. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're getting sleep. Like give yourself rest. Yeah. Okay. So it really all depends on the person, but you should get at least 6 hours every single night. Or there's different apps to keep you on track, but you need to at least finish a cycle of sleep. So, like in 2 cycles, 3 cycles, that would be best. But take elderberry, drink, make sure that when you're going to the grocery store, that you are looking for different colors in your, shopping cart. Like I have apples, red, greens, and, yellow and things like that. So I'm out.
No, well, you know what?
Hopefully I was helpful.
No, you were very helpful, and we appreciate it. And before you go, we do have an actual question for you from Ron Slay at the Boom Boom Room. So his question is: if you get COVID once, can you get it again? And if so, why doesn't your body develop the antidote?
So, it kind of, well, pretty much, I addressed it very briefly a couple minutes ago, but really, because this is so new, we don't know after being infected with coronavirus, we don't know how long your body has those antigens because there's not a lot of data. You know, like we're only a year in. And so we don't have the data to be able to tell you how long and consistently. Of course, there's people that, you know, they may have been resistant to it for a certain amount of time, but we can't say unless we actually do the research and get the grants and get the money and be able to sit and pay people for their time. You know, like there's a lot of things that go into actually saying, okay, I can support this evidence. I can support this as a thesis, you know, like, and so we really don't know how long someone is immune to it and how long their antibodies are in their system. But a quick solution is get the vaccine. Then you'll have then you'll have more antigens.
Okay. All right. We hear you. No, but seriously, no. Thank you for your time, Boog. What you got to say?
No, I mean, listen, like she gave y'all literally straight up science. So, you know, like obviously, you know, in order for us to kind of get quote unquote herd immunity, like more people have to take the vaccine. So, you know, obviously there are going to be people that are resistant. There are going to be people that take it. You know, in my personal just opinion, just in general, with knowing what she said and things that I've kind of read and seen, is at the end of the day, if you know the FDA and the CDC and all these kind of things align and they say, look, it's 95, 96% effective, you know, and that percentage of people that is not effective, you know, it's this, and this, these reasons that it's not, you know, for the average human that's relatively healthy and, you know, does kind of, for the most part, the right things, I think you should be okay. And for the people that do have the pre-existing conditions, you understand what the doctors are saying and this, and that, then I think you should be okay. Now, for the people who are like, yo, I got, you know, I got a lung cancer and this, and that, and you still smoke a pack a week or a day, like, you know, so I don't know. At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, I just think people need to do their best to try to be healthy and eat right, exercise right, which leads us into our next guest. Lex was good.
Yo, y'all know my bad. Really more. What'd you say?
I had to pee really, really, really bad.
Take it, man. We unfiltered. Go ahead, hurry up.
My bladder.
Yeah, we a little unorthodox over here. We're not trying to be that perfect professional. We just want to be real with y'all and honest and transparent. But so this next guest coming in is my girlfriend, Sandra Garcia. You know, most people know her as a former professional basketball player, former Wake Forest alum, but she is also a certified trainer and nutrition specialist and now a Beachbody coach. And so she has offered to call in and volunteer her time to speak about the importance of eating right, which Brianna just kind of bridged the gap to on the importance of, you know, helping your body to prepare for sicknesses and viruses and everything like that. So, Sandra, can you hear us?
Hello?
You there?
Yep. She's
Okay.
there.
All right, sorry about that. I couldn't hear y'all for a second. But yeah, so Lex did the introduction. My name is Sandra Garcia.
I am or was a former professional athlete, and now I am a certified coach focusing on health, fitness, and nutrition. So I just wanted to piggyback. Thank you, Bree, for coming on here and talking to us about the vaccine, about the importance, obviously pros and cons. If you're dealing with Alexis, you're always going to have a battle with that. But going into health, nutrition, and fitness, oh my God, I can't even, honestly, I can like go on and on, but because I have a time limit, I don't want to go on and on. People generally gain about 10 to 15 pounds average during the holidays. So obviously we know we have family functions, we have gatherings. We feel like we're like forced to be or have to eat bad or poorly, right? So a couple things that you need to keep in mind is that you have to stay moving, stay active, avoid sitting down for like long periods of time. Even if it's at least 30 minutes a day of staying active, you need to make sure that you can still stay active during the holidays because of everything that's around you. And it also reduces, the risk of diabetes or heart disease risk. So that's one thing that to keep in mind. And also make sure that you're staying hydrated. Obviously, this is unfiltered. People drink a lot and get wasted. So we have to keep in mind that it is important to stay active, have a game plan. Just like if you're a great coach going into a big game, you got to have a game plan. So make sure you have a game plan when it comes to your water intake and hydration. Another thing really quickly is just making a list, exercising, and sleep. So what I suggest to my clients is making sure you get that workout in the morning. I think the morning is the best way to get your day started because it gives you extra energy. You don't have to wait all day to work out at 4 or 5 o'clock and then you're already drinking and kind of getting lit with the family and friends. And now you don't feel like working out. So that's two things you didn't do. You didn't wake up early to work out and now you're not even getting your workout in. So make sure you get your workout in the morning so you don't get distracted later. And also make sure that you rest, like sleep. Sleep is really, really important. I know Bree said 6 hours minimum. I'm going to correct her on that just because the minimum for the CDC is 7 hours of sleep minimum if you're 18 to 30 years old. So, just make sure you sleep, make sure you rest. Recovery is extremely important, okay? And also just make sure you expect the unexpected. We don't know what our day is to come or what our food habits are going to be during the holidays, what type of food people are going to have at their gathering. So always be prepared. Bring food that you can eat during the holidays. Am I saying no, you can't have any good treats at all or no, you can't drink at all? No, of course you should indulge in your cravings. One of the biggest mistakes people do is not indulge in their cravings. And what happens is that they crash. And when they do eat that after the fact, they go all in and they just broke their whole entire cycle. So if you want to indulge in something, go ahead and do so. Be mindful, portion control. That's extremely important. So also be creative, right? You're with your family, you're with friends. Make sure that you are creating healthy eating habits. Make sure that if it's in the morning and do a family outing, like, hey, let's all go for a walk, right? That's not going to take too much of your time, but it is going to get your family and your group into a challenge, kind of like for the holidays. Get up and get moving. Does not take a lot of time throughout your day. And make sure you plan and remember that there's always time to work out. 30 minutes a day there's no excuse for you not to get moving and stay active for 30 minutes a day. I don't care what the hell you say, get your ass up and get moving, okay? That's the nicest way I can put it because people always find excuses to not work out, and 30 minutes a day, there's no excuse for that, okay? And also, just keep in mind that during the holidays, there's so much food around you that if you indulge in having a bad meal or a bad day, the next day just get right back on it. It's okay. People have cheat days. They're like Alexis. She loves People have cheat meals, and for Alexis, she likes cheat days. So if that is you, it's okay. Don't stress about it. Don't have anxiety over it. The next day, get right back into your routine. Get up and get moving. Get your nutrition and portion control fixed, and get it moving. That's it. So those are little things about it. You know, you should always make sure that you know how many servings of vegetables you should have a day, even if it's, you know, a cheat meal or cheat day. There's always something there, whether it be greens. Is it the healthiest? No, but always try to get your vegetables, your water intake in daily, and stay active.
I got a question. You do that. You consult for a living. I got 6 more days to our weight loss competition with Billy, and I've got about 7 pounds to make up. Is there anything I can do besides exercise and starve myself to catch up by Saturday?
Well, you know, starving yourself is not a good thing. People actually lose.
Yeah, but
weight
I got money on the line here, though.
Bobby, I'll talk to you after about that. I don't want to.
And is there anything I can eat that tastes good? Because I don't like to exercise. I don't run. I don't exercise. Is there anything I can eat to help me lose weight?
Hey, Bobby.
Well, there's a lot of.
Hey, hold on, Bobby. I'm not gonna lie. I did a 3-day reset. Right, at 3 days, I didn't exercise because I wanted to see, like, does this really reset your body, or do you have to reset plus exercise? So I didn't exercise. I just did the Beachbody 3-day reset, and I lost 7 pounds.
Really?
Yep.
Man, I killed the deviled eggs.
You have to follow it, though. You have to follow it.
Well, I killed the deviled eggs over Thanksgiving. I mean, I ate half of them before anybody knew they were even in the refrigerator. I had it situated where they didn't know I was sneaking them. I killed them.
Yeah, you can't do that. But Sam, go ahead. I think he was asking you, and then Boog has something to say too on top of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, going into the 3-day refresh, Lex definitely did not work out at all, 0, and she just stuck to the 3-day reset. And it, you know, besides you losing weight and getting to beat, what's his name again? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah, besides you beating Billy, it's also teaching you the importance of vegetables and fruit in your daily fiber. So I don't know if you care about that, but it is an importance. And besides you beating him, you're also learning how to reset your body and how important those fruits and vegetables are on a daily basis.
Now, is there a fruit that is like stay away from because it's like too much carbs and no fiber? Because I like bananas and I like mangoes.
Yeah, I mean, with every fruit, you need to be mindful on how much you eat because every fruit has sugar in it. So you have to portion control. So that's why, you know, like for me, I do Team Beachbody, and we have portion control fix, which is containers telling you how much of fruit and veggies you should have a day. So yes, be mindful of the fruit. It is very sugary.
So you're telling me that Lex did a 3-day reset. Does that involve eating and she still lost 7 pounds? Like, well, give me an idea what she ate one day. I might be onto this.
Yeah. So other juice cleanse or anything like that, you basically, all you do is drink juice or vegetables a day, right? So it can cause you being hungry throughout the day. So Alexis did a 3-day refresh, which caused her to take her Shakeology drink, which is full of superfoods in it, which makes her feel fuller longer, along with her water intake, because a lot of times people mistake hunger for being dehydrated. So that also helped as well. And she was able to eat vegetables. She was able to even make a salad with all of her vegetable containers that she's able to eat a day. So you don't have to just eat, you know, peppers one day or whatever it is. You can actually have a salad, and your dressing can be apple cider vinegar, which apple cider vinegar has so many benefits. So yes, you can eat food and still lose 7 pounds in 3 days. And that's not even the maximum. We have people lose 9 pounds in 3 days while eating.
See, I've heard you mention fruits. I've heard you mention vegetables and drinking water, but I ain't heard the word first mention of pork chops, steak, chicken, or anything like that.
Bobby. If you want results, bro,
Well,
you're gonna have to make sacrifices.
well, no, not on Lex.
What you
Lex.
mean?
Lex. Not only that, he was talking about the 3-day cleanse. If you want to win, you got to listen to your coach, right?
Okay.
So
I'm taking notes.
this is a 3-day cleanse refresh that allows you to eat fruits and vegetables without starving your body. Now, once you get into a regular nutrition program, then we'll teach you how to eat, meat, carbs, healthy fats in portion control so you can have all that. But right now, you're trying to beat Billy.
Yeah,
So
we need to talk because I would like to
go.
do some. I would like to lose some weight. I do. I need to lose, I don't know, a couple pounds, couple 10, 20, 30 pounds, something like that.
Man, come on.
All right,
Boog,
we'll
what you
talk.
gotta say? Boog been over there itching.
Okay.
Boog been itching. What you got, Boog?
I don't got nothing, bro. Like, hey, look, everybody has their vices, but at the end of the day, it's a lifestyle. It's not,
Yep.
lifestyle. Like you gotta be able to. I'll be the first to tell you, I love sweets. I love fried chicken. I love it. But I'm disciplined enough to understand the body that I want, to understand when I can have those things. I have a client right now. She finally got disciplined and control. 2 weeks, she's down 10 pounds. And all she's done is meal prep every 2 to 3 days and work out with me 3 to 4 times a week. But if she doesn't have the ability to work out with me, I send her workouts or we do it via Zoom. And if I do it via Zoom, it's 30 minutes and under. So at the end of the day, people have to choose like what works best for you in your lifestyle. For somebody that needs hands-on, you're probably going to be best suited for somebody that can meet with you or do something with you and help guide you through kind of your eating habits. Okay, what are your vices? What do you like? Where does your weight distribute? That's a big piece of it. For me, I could probably go out and eat McDonald's deluxe breakfast meal and put on little to no weight, but I understand my body type. So once you understand your body type, you understand your vices, you understand all these things, you can figure out what works best for you. Is it, walking through your neighborhood every night or figuring out the schedule that works best for you, cardio, walking through your neighborhood, watching the podcast, listening to a TED talk, boom, that's 30 minutes done, right? Nah, I need somebody in the gym kicking I get cussed out every week. Period. People talk so bad to my ass. I be thinking if I'm a bad person. You know what I'm saying? People do well with, okay, hey, Sandra, Lex, boom, I need to work out and I need to understand how to fix my plate because when somebody say mashed potatoes, I'm like,
it's half the plate.
You know what I mean? So it's just like understanding what works for you, but within everything that I just said, whether it's a personal trainer that's hands-on and very involved, or it's something where you can get a template of, okay, let's follow this for an amount of time and you're going to see results. But with all of that, all of it's a lifestyle. You can't eat fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, some cornbread today, eat some smothered covered pork chops tomorrow with black eyed peas and cabbage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from the South. I love everything I just said, minus black eyed peas, but it brings good health and wealth. So I do it on New Year's. But nonetheless, like, you can't just do everything like that. That's not the way of the world. And understanding eating fresh, eating healthy, not farm raised, antibiotics, all that, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we're real close to this time limit mark. But Bobby, did we answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, still there?
But Lex, what you got for him? What's up? Wrap it up. What you got
Yeah.
going on in your life? Let them know. How can they find you? What's up?
All right, hold on. Before we wrap up, Sam, I just want to say thank you for your time, obviously, and your expertise.
1,000.
Is there anything you want to say to the people or anything you have going on that could help them this holiday before we close the show up?
Or any questions for Sandra?
Yes. Any questions for Sandra?
Yeah.
Now is the time to ask.
Yeah, I just want to say, Boog, I definitely agree with you. It is a lifestyle. I was just answering Bobby's question to beat Billy, but I definitely understand that it's a lifestyle. I have been that person that gained weight during the holidays and was able to switch it around. So it's definitely a lifestyle. Everybody's body type is different, and that's when your personal trainer comes in place and helps you with your fitness goals. So besides that,
I just said 1,000% for sure.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna I have I have beach body going on. I'm also a certified personal trainer here in Morrisville, North Carolina. My goal is to help individuals reach their goals by living a healthy lifestyle, not by dieting. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for coming on every Monday. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate. So check her out, beachbody.com.
You can go to beachbody.com, but if you're going to look her up, go to Sandrita WF on Facebook, on Instagram, find her, tap her link. All her links are in her bios, all the information you need. And you can obviously contact her directly from social media. So
thanks. What you got? What's up? Come on.
All right. First off, today was live though. I liked it. We came in and we
hit all the pillars, bro.
We did, and I love it. So thank y'all for watching. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or you logged into the volunteerroadshow.com, we appreciate you watching. We appreciate your support every week. Monday nights at 7. We're always here for you. And if we're not, there's a good damn reason.
We made it. No, I'm just fine. Nah, for real. We be having going on. We be having a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, we're serial entrepreneurs. Both of us, even Bobby. I mean, he has Volunteer Roadshow. Obviously, we are not his only show. So he has a lot of.
But you're my favorite. But you're my favorite.
We're his favorite.
Yeah, well, Jay's my favorite, but Alexis, this is my favorite show, but Jay's my favorite.
Oh, shit.
Y'all see what I got to deal with? Like, I really got to deal with this every week. But, special shout out to our sponsors, Orange Mountain Designs, Hound Dogs in Knoxville, Tennessee Tap House, Just Pass It Tutoring, specializes in math tutoring of all grades and ages, especially in PSAT, ACT, and SAT prep. And online tutoring. Also, the gold standard. That is Jaimel Johnson, aka Boog. She's a beast at what she does. She's also a certified personal trainer, and now her and Bree have their own food prep. So go on to thegoldstandard.com. Check it out. If you can't train with her in the area because you're out of the state or even maybe in a different country, make sure, visit that website. Help her out, you know what I'm saying? So now y'all have zero reason not to be healthy. You have Jaimel, you have myself, you have Sandra. You literally, then you got the science and the doctor and all that stuff, the medical part from Bree. You have 4 people that y'all have direct access to if you listen to this podcast. So reach out, check it out, beachbody.com. Team Beachbody, Beachbody on Demand, goldstandard.com, alexishornbuckle.com. That's going to be all of your things for Alexis Hornbuckle basketball and anything that I do on and off the court. So, I just simplified. You feel me? And even bigger shout out to St. Jude. We are Sam Strong over here, and our prayers are always with Bobby and his son as he fights his battle. And at the end of the day, hop on volunteerroadshow.com. Get you some merch because that helps out Sam. That helps out Bobby's Purpose and other families that have children of cancer and that may not be able to afford, taking off work and being there for their kids. So please, 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 it's the holiday season. If you want a reason to give, that's a huge one. All right. Other than that, Bub, what you need to tell the people that we tell them every night,
Every night. Hey, real quick, just to add on to what Lex said, like she said, it's holiday season. Look, if you have a purpose, if you have a story, if you need something that needs to be heard, definitely hit us up. VolunteerRoadshow.com, The Collective Unfiltered. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Look, it's holiday season. Me and Lex, we love the community. We love giving back, as well as Bobby, Volunteer Roadshow, Billy, Volunteer Roadshow. We love giving back to the community because the community is what put us on this platform. So if you guys have a story, if you know someone with a story, hit us up. Hit us in the DMs, hit us on Facebook, Messenger, all that. We're active on all platforms. So hit us up. We would love to get some stories out there over this season. I'm on my Hallmark movies joint, so I'll be fun. But nonetheless, we thank all of our sponsors, Bobby and Billy. We appreciate you, Sandra, Brianna. We appreciate you. Yes. But with that being said, please make sure everyone is 1000% unfiltered in their truth. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next Monday. Keep it real.